Why, hello, YouTube! Okay, now, obviously, if you read the title, you know what this is about. SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, I like SpongeBob SquarePants. See? But I have a few problems with this show's continuity. Not only is the continuity bad, but the some things that's in the show. Now I realize this is a cartoon show intended for children viewers, but I mean, come on, even some of the realities things are just a little rubber bandish, if you know what I mean. Uh, okay, okay. They could have electricity, running electricity, flushing toilets, and fire. Like anytime you see SpongeBob and Patrick and they're out in the woods, what do they have? They have a campfire in front of them. Okay. All this stuff is done underwater. Kind of weird, but okay. We'll accept the fact that, needless to say, it's impossible to start fire underwater. Unless, of course, you're in some kind of, I guess, an oxygen-filled, like sea lab or something. But I don't think you'd want to start a fire in sea lab. But, remember, fire needs oxygen to get started. Okay. Continuity. I was watching an episode of SpongeBob. It was the shoe tying episode where he forgot how to tie his shoes. And I noticed in the episode, the grill was way, 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 way all the way to the end, away from the window. However, before this, and in many shows after this, the grill has always been like, here's the window. Okay, can you see my hand? Here's the window. Here's the grill, right there in that wall, right, always up against the window, right there. Now, how come in this scene it's in a different area? Instead of the grill being there, we see that the sink is there. I think they messed that up. Well, they did it on purpose, you know, for the joke. And yet there's times where SpongeBob and Patrick are so stupid they can't figure out certain things. Like in one episode, a guy put a fake mustache. It's so funny. And there's like a dollar sign hanging off the mustache. And SpongeBob couldn't figure out that the guy was actually the Strangler, the same guy that was on the wanted poster. And we go through the whole show with that same gag, that here's this guy, he's supposed to be the Strangler. He wants to strangle SpongeBob. It's like a Tex Avery type of feeling to it. It's like the old Tex Avery cartoons. And it goes through the whole sequence. And at the end, the guy lands in jail. And SpongeBob still thinks it's his bodyguard. He goes, "What are you doing in jail?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm the Strangler. I'm the Strangler. I'm the Strangler." He's yelling at SpongeBob, trying to tell him he's the Strangler. And the only way that he could tell that he was the Strangler is if he looked on the wall and saw the wanted poster and started freaking out. "Oh my God, they're the Strangler!" Ah! You know. But seriously, SpongeBob's a funny show, and I just wanted to point those things out. That's it. I just wanted to point that out to everybody. The Simpsons, very funny stuff. I've always liked The Simpsons. And their continuity is good. And they have. But what they have is sometimes The Simpsons home. It's just funny. Sometimes they can go to a scene. Like in one episode, Homer parks his car all the way down, and then we find out when he gets out of his car, he's actually right across the street from his house, and the power plant is right there. Also, and one scene in the treehouse, Homer's sitting in some strange room in a beanbag chair, looking up, and I think it's three men in the comic book, and they're fighting over a comic book. Bart and Milhouse and that fat kid. They're all fighting over the comic book. And is it Martin? Yeah, Martin. And Marge asks Homer to check on Bart, and he's sitting in this beanbag chair in this room with a TV in it, which we never see again. And he looks up, yeah, they're okay, you know. And then another scene in the treehouse. The treehouse is facing Lisa's room. And another scene, it's facing Homer and Marge's room. And it's so funny. It's like this treehouse is in the same area with all these different windows, you know? It's like all the bedroom windows face the same way. It's so funny. But it's what Matt Groening calls a rubber band flex of reality. If there's a joke, they'll change the continuity for the joke. And, you know, SpongeBob did the same thing, so I guess it's funny. And to me, have you ever noticed how Patrick Star is almost exactly like Homer Simpson? He eats everything in sight, and he's so stupid. I think actually Homer is a little smarter than Patrick Star, but well, he's more adult, and it's The Simpsons is a more adult cartoon. Well, I gotta go. My time's up. Thanks for listening to another one of my rants.